This is day 2 of my report from the General Convention of the Episcopal Church, the 79th Convention in Austin, Texas. I'm actually sitting with Eric Perez, who is making this video. We are in the lobby of the Hilton Hotel, one of the places where all the meetings are happening, and it is almost 11 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. We started at 7 this morning, so it has been a very, very long day. We began by an opening Eucharist that by anyone's description was a glorious celebration. The music was diverse and interesting and very, very well executed, including a rousing rendition of Great is Thy Faithfulness, a part of which I posted on my Facebook page, and a sermon by the presiding bishop that called us all, above all, to be faithful to the life and teaching of Jesus. He even went so far as to say, even before you want to say something to somebody else, to be quick to forgive and to be faithful to the life and the teaching of Jesus. For him to say that marks out for him a very clear theological conviction that puts him in some ways on a collision course with some of the resolutions that are in front of us, particularly as it applies to prayer book revision. Because, as any New Testament scholar will tell you, the heart of Jesus' message is to introduce to the world his Father, the name that Jesus used for God again and again and again, and for Jesus to be called Lord, both of which become very, very dicey when you're talking about gender-inclusive prayer book revision. So we're in the midst of a lot of very, very long discussions about which part of the Episcopal Church is in fact going to be able to prevail in the midst of these conversations. So no surprise, for easily 10 hours today, we have had open hearings about both prayer book revision as well as questions around what will we do around gay marriage, and especially around those dioceses that have said no to doing that. There's a compromise resolution that is on the floor. It is B012 if you want to look these things up, that basically say if a parish wants to do gay marriages and their bishop opposes, those parishes can appeal for a depot relationship and place them under the authority of another bishop that would in fact allow those marriages to move forward. And not just gay marriages, but to be the pastoral deciding factor for any marriages, gay or straight, that require a bishop's consultation. That at this point is being hotly debated, has the strong support, however, of a broad coalition of bishops, both of those who are for gay marriage and those who oppose it. So stay tuned and keep praying about both of these issues as we think about what's going forward. Something else that has arisen as it relates to the question of prayer book revision has to do with the place and the role of non-English language provinces, because one of the sort of unspoken scandals has been the lack of attention that's been paid to really well done translation of our prayer books in a variety of languages, including Spanish and Creole, both of which are used in the state of Florida. It really hit a very uncomfortable note when in our conversations around gay marriage, several of the representatives from Honduras, stood up and expressed their support. They had a translator who was translating for them. And when he found out that they opposed gay marriage, he walked away and refused to do the translating anymore, something that wound up being brought to the Hispanic Commission itself, for which there will be, in fact, a formal complaint. Yes, General Convention 79 is still dealing with issues, deep issues, of racial inequality. For your prayers for that, we deeply, deeply implore you, because the threat and the accusation of theological colonialism toward those states outside of the United States, provinces and countries that don't support gay marriage is significant. We need to figure out solutions that really do apply to the whole church, not just the majority rule. I'm holding up a gift that has been given to the Cathedral Church of St. Luke from the cathedral in Honduras. The deputation from Honduras has been absolutely stellar. And Lloyd Allen certainly gets the award for the most courageous presentation of the day when he stood up in opposition to the gay marriage rights and said, regardless of what is past, this is where I will stand. And if you want to depose me, go ahead. We will continue to do what we believe that God is calling us to do. So they have been heroic in the face of a lot of opposition, and they are to be commended. And I want you to know that I proudly, as does our deputation, stand with the deputation in the Diocese of Honduras. And it has only deepened the deep collaborative friendship that we have shared as companion dioceses for these many years. There is much, much more that I can talk about, and I will reserve some of that for tomorrow night. But I thank you very, very much for your interest. Please continue to pray for us as we do our best to love and care for people and speak the truth as we understand it in love, the truth that reflects the gospel of Jesus Christ. Thank you very, very much.